Trey done had like over a dozen women accuse him of some type of deviant activity.
Hey, true. I'm gonna ask you this. You know what I mean? Like, matter of fact, let's go for all y'all. Any of y'all ever had y'all naming some BS that wasn't true? Like, had to deal with that?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Some BS that just flat out was not true. You see what I'm saying? But you find yourself in a position having to like defend your name.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you don't have the same amount of shit keep popping up over and over again, bro. Like,
okay, that's true. That's true.
I understand. Like, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, bro. But this is shit that's been happening since like 2006, 2007, when his name was getting thrown and shit. And at that point in time, I was like, man, I'm gonna just wait and see. No charges have formally been filed against him. Not even any civil charges. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dog, what are you doing that you have this many women upset with you coming out and speaking? You know what I'm saying? Even Keke Palmer came out and said something. So like, honestly, if I was him, I'd go about like.
What she say though? What she say? Like the nigga weird or something? What she say?
It's pretty much along those lines. Like, you know, people giving a lot of these guys the benefit of the doubt when they don't know the truth behind some of the shit that goes on with these guys. Like, she ain't straight throw them under the bus, but like, man, anytime you have that many women accusing you, bro, sometimes you got to take a step back and be like, man, maybe something is going on
but
here.
Sometimes, I don't know, man. I look at a lot of these guys like targets, and sometimes I feel like women see the gravy train, and the more names I see, the more I start to stand back. Like, man, especially when I don't mean no disrespect on this, but especially when it's black women, only because I know the black women that I've known in my life, right? We use that word strong all the time, but like black women really are that, right? And I ain't never known a black woman to take shit. Like, sure, the black woman 25 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna make a scene, and I always feel like something happens. She gonna let brothers know. If she don't go to the police, it's like, oh, I'm coming out. I'm about to cut your car up. But all of a sudden, when that
something gonna happen.
But all of a sudden, it happened to 25, 30 of them, and nobody says anything until I don't know, man. I always get skeptical on that. Not to call nobody a liar, man, but I don't know.
I mean, like, as far as like Trey Songz specifically, you know what I mean? Like, that nigga is like a super celebrity, and like he doesn't have to do that. But then at the same time, it's like yo, man.
And the audio,
like, some niggas be weird. You say, huh?
The audio's fixed, y'all.
But it's like, yo, some niggas like actually be weird. You feel me? So it's like, ain't no telling what a nigga doing up in their crib, up in their hotel room, whatever. So it's like, all right, just because the nigga is a celebrity, can get any woman he want, doesn't mean that he might not be a weirdo. You feel me?
But hold on. Just because you a weirdo, right? Doesn't, especially when you start getting money and that doesn't necessarily mean I'm raping motherfuckers. I could be weird and I'm paying for the exclusive.
Yeah, but on the same token and shit, right? Bitches is females and shit, right? And yo, I'm outside. Like I said, I'm outside in the car smoking, but I always like to close my sunroof and close the windows because I don't know. Next thing, my wife might be at the side of my car and hear the fuck what I'm saying.
What you mean, bitches?
But fucking
right, you're right. He got to switch to women real quick
because I'm about to switch. Fucking tell us like bitches is weird and shit. Like, not no bullshit, so I'm married and shit, but you know what I mean, sometimes I fuck around and shit. I try, you know what I mean? It ain't like I'm just going out here fucking around and shit. Sometimes I might fuck around and shit. So I'm in fucking.
Hey, we gonna hold on.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, we gonna give you a couple seconds to edit that out.
Oh shit, I forgot.
That definitely got to get edited, right?
This is being recorded.
You talking about what you was saying though was before you was married. You used to do all that shit.
Allegedly.
This was before I was married and shit, right?
Okay, here we go.
So I met this drawing off a fucking dating app. Like, this chick is fucking like fucking with me and shit. We went out to a spot, like, she vibing with me and shit. This chick started kissing on me and shit, right? So it's like, it's cool, you know what I mean? Like, we go for this little fucking walk on the waterfront and shit. Fucking, she's like feeling me, making advances and shit. Son, I like hug up on her, grab her ass. This chick flipped the fuck out like I raped her and shit.
Oh. Did she get loud on you?
Real shit. She started wilding and shit.
Did she get loud on you?
Yeah, she got loud and was like, she got loud and was like talking about like would you like want somebody treating your daughter like this? And the shit fucked me up because it was like, yo, you was making advances and you you know what I mean, showing interest in shit, and then you just flip the shit like this.
Flipped it on you.
And then
I would have left her right there, bro.
So
I
we like
I would have left her right there
shit.
too.
I would have left.
Yeah, I'm in a whole fucking another city and shit, like a whole nother state. You feel me? Like I'd have left. I wound up like I left her and shit, right? So fucking, she like I don't know. You could just tell like something wrong with her because she's still like trying to be with me. You know what I mean? Trying to kick it with me, but she like flipped out like that. I'm like, yo, something's wrong.
This nigga went on a date
with this bitch.
This nigga went on a date with Saucy Girl.
Yo,
hey,
yo.
So
I just say this shit to say like we wound up going separate ways and shit for the night. You feel me? I wound up linking with somebody else and shit, fucking, and she went wherever. But anyway, like. Some celebrity niggas will go through that shit, dog.
I get it. Hold on. You know the key to that story though was that you said she got loud on you, bro. I was in the mall. This had to be like right before COVID, bro. I was in the mall. I was literally shopping for shirts. So this was part coincidence and then aggressive, right? So I'm over there shopping, right? And there was some chick. She is shopping in the same area. This is just most of us minding our business, right? I noticed her, but I ain't studying her. Looking for shirts, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, looking for shirts. Okay, now she come across, I see her, I notice the super mega fat booty. I'm like, God damn. So she moves over, I literally go over, now I am pursuing. You see what I'm saying? So I go over to say something to her, so it ain't like, nigga, we been in the store for 30 minutes. We talking about all of like two minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm shopping. I look up, I notice her, I'm a nigga, I'm gonna go over and say something. You feel me? So I go over and say something, pause right there. Now we all know, and we all been on both sides of it. We all know half of it's partly how you come at a woman, and I know how to come at a woman. So assuming that you know how to come at a woman and you come at women right, you know what I'm saying? We know that the reaction you get is mainly based on if she feeling you or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So me, Danny, Johnny Cage, and Ant can all come up to her and say the exact same thing. If she feeling one of y'all and not the rest of us, she gonna get a nice response to the nigga that she feeling. And the rest of us like, nigga, why is you what? You talking, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it may be. So the point,
that's facts.
Right. So I remember going up to this chick and I was about to say something. She wasn't feeling me. In the middle of the mall, bro. This is in Macy's or something. One of them clothing stores looking for shit. This bitch tried to make a scene. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate if you're not following me. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay. You ain't got to do all that, lady. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying, like move on. But the point being, again, that's the black women I know. I don't see no black woman getting assaulted like that and just humbly going back to work tomorrow.
Nah, I mean,
sexually assaulted and just humbly.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Like, not to say that it doesn't happen. Like, don't get me wrong, my nigga. Like, yo, do I be believing these women? Like, the first time I hear the story, absolutely not. I'm saying, like, yo, that's my personal bias because, like I said, like I've been through some BS myself. But at the same time, it's like, yo, there are like real victims out there. Like, I can't be that callous to think that it ain't happening to somebody. You see what I'm saying?
But that's the whole thing. They love these using that. I think that's a minority is the point. But women talk about it like that is the chunk of it. And I'm like, I don't think that's the majority.
Yeah.
I know it happens. I feel bad for the women it happened to. You know what I'm saying? I think it really happens. But I think black women are way more outspoken than we getting credit for. And they kind of want us to, I just think it's a lot. For the ones that it happens to, I just don't buy that so many of them. But I could be wrong, and I'm a man, and so any women watching this, man, I welcome y'all to join the podcast. I could be wrong.
Hey, matter of fact, now you kind of touched on something as far as like having game and learning how to talk to women and all that. Like where y'all learn that from?
I didn't learn no game. I don't consider myself even now to have game. I just talk to women. I practice just talking to women, like when I be in the grocery store, even to this day, really. So even if she's 95 years old and I have no sexual attraction to her, I just chat her up, just kind of get used to talking to women. You know what I'm saying? Then I manage people. I work in call centers and manage a lot of women. You know what I mean? That makes me have to talk to women all day. And when you work with them, it's a different talk to them than you know outside of work. You have to really learn. So it's like if you can talk to women all day and I just learned how to talk to women, bro. I don't have no game. I don't have no lines like Papa Pimp 39 and a half.
Nah, that nigga sound like Nas. Like, yo, I got no game. It's just some bitches understand my story. Like, all right, I hear you.
What about y'all, man?
I mean, for me, it's like, yo, like, I learned a lot from my pops. That nigga was like real smooth. He like a real like talkative like people person. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I would just like see him just interact with women on like the daily. Not trying to say he was trying to smash or whatever like this, but like I'm saying, like he know how to say something to make anybody smile. Yeah. But so it's like, okay, like I would like mimic that. And then when I was getting older, like he would tell me what to say. But like most importantly, as far as like actual game, like okay, like what that woman is thinking or what she about to do next. Like I got that from my mama and like all my female cousins. You feel me? And they was ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be on BX about some hard on hoes. Like nigga, my mama and all my girl cousins like, oh, don't give me that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like because they know what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But them hard on hoes, like y'all said, I'm a dude who believes in holding women accountable. I have real stories about women. My battle with a supposed maybe, I don't know, baby mom and a son that at the time 10 years ago I really wanted to be part of his life. To this day I don't know if that's my son or not. Right?
You ain't never out. You ain't never got no DNA, John?
It's a lot. I ain't even seen the kid again.
Bro, I got two of my niggas that
I got two real stories. But them hard on hoes niggas, a lot of them ones be on there talking. It's like I forget if it was Ant somebody said it, but them niggas don't even really deal with women, let alone talk about having lots of bras and shit like that. Like them niggas do not get laid like that. You feel me?
At all.
Not at all, man. Them niggas is trolls, man.
Yeah. Yo, and come on, it's like, all right, and if you hear it, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, this person is young, because like, yo, as you get older, like you understand like the actual value of a woman, like outside of like just everything sexual. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, my nigga, you kind of talking crazy. You feel me?
That, and I don't understand how you could have the capacity to have a bunch of women. Because how do you deal with a whole bunch of women who they all women, but they all have different personalities? How do you juggle and have the mental capacity to deal with all of these different personalities and the intricacies? And I don't know.
It's possible. It's possible.
I'm too old for that, bro.
I'm not a cheater. I'm not a cheater.
I'm older now, but like, I don't do shit like that now. That shit gonna shit is work.
Hey, Megawatts, what you say? Say it again, because your volume was messed up. What you say?
I said at the end of any man is capable of doing it, but at the end of the day, it's gonna get tiring. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
All them personalities and everything like that, it's gonna become a full-time job for you.
Look,
just get everything right. You're not gonna want to deal with.
And you're right, black man don't cheat.
Bro, it was a time, and this is legit. It was a time when I was single, and I wasn't lying to no woman. Like, you know, you the only girl I'm messing with. I was being honest, right? But I had a few women that I was messing with, but it was none of them.
And that make them like you more.
Well, look, but none of them was my girlfriend. But this was a few years back. But let me tell you something about that. How exhausting even that was. Even when I wasn't lying to none of them, right? Just the fact of like when one come over, right? And having to check the bathroom and make sure I get the long red hair because I don't want her asking like that shit. You gotta think about. I'm like, oh shit, I went to this beach with this girl. I gotta put these seashells away because I don't want her to ask did I go to the beach and I ain't go with her. That shit is exhausting for real. Let alone if you in a relationship and you trying to be dishonest to a woman and all that extra shit. Like you
gotta protect the bed for extra shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, and find a little condom, the top of the condom wrapper that always be left behind. You know what I'm talking about? The one strip. That'll get your ass.
Yeah. But yo, if you let's say you're single and shit, it's not really hard and shit, right? Because all you do is find females with like, of course females got different personalities, but at their core they like, I don't know, you got different types of the same female and shit. So you just get your fucking type or within your type, you know what I'm saying? And you just juggle that. When you're single, it ain't even like juggling it, because you could be single and just be real with a John and be like, yo, I'm not exclusive to you. You feel me?
That's how it was. Right, that's how it was.
Exactly.
You don't gotta be exclusive to them as long as y'all got that mutual agreement and shit.
Honesty
you feel
is
me?
key, man. Yeah, honestly, you just don't, if you ain't selling her dreams like Papa.
Yeah, and like even if you in a relationship and shit, dog, it could be like you could be an asshole for this shit, but you could tell a chick like, yo, I could be fucking other chicks, like it's up to you if you want to stay around, you know what I'm saying? And the chick, yo, son, some mad chicks will just choose that shit. Like, or there's some chicks that'll be like, I ain't with that shit, but mad chicks will just choose that shit.
Exactly. Nah, Danny, you're absolutely right.
Because they like you feel me? They fuck with you and shit.
Yeah. And then they like the fact that she was like, had enough respect for them to keep 100 with them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very true.
So it's like, nigga, you win by just being real.
That's honestly the easiest way to deal with if you plan on dealing with multiple bitches and shit. You know what I mean? And some of these niggas be like, oh, that's simp shit. Like, that ain't no simp shit. You keeping it real with this bitch. You know what I mean? You keeping it real with that female and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Always, the best game is the truth. But that should be tied to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And now, hold on. Say that again, what you say?
I say, yo, the best game is the truth.
Yeah.
Thing is, it be sounding like a lie to them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the only key is what y'all talking is what I really practice as well. The only key is you just got to get what we talking about is I'm honest up front with what I want, because if she don't want this, I'd rather her just tell me no now than waste my time than me be disappointed.
Come on.
You know
Come
what
on.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell me
yeah,
no
like Soul Boy, but it ain't like, all right, so it's you could do it, right? But it's not without flaws, right? Because females, like dudes too. Dudes ain't fucking immune to this shit. Humans catch for other humans after you fuck with somebody after a while. Now the problem will come. It'll come at some time where she or you might want them exclusively and shit. You feel me?
That's when it gets tricky.
Talk about it. Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
That's when it gets tricky. Because you know what I mean? That's when it gets tricky because like that shit gonna get real tricky and shit. It could get tricky for both because
that's right.
You know what I mean? A nigga might feel like that, but a nigga ain't looking at it on the flip side like, well, if that's the case, then she free to fuck with whoever she wants. And nigga might get his heart broken and shit because she fucked somebody else, but he been fucking everybody else and shit. You feel me?
Hey, look, man.
Or she or female or female like shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? A nigga get his heart broken.
Don't even
females
listen. What
get
you
that, you know what I mean? A female too.
Don't come talking about that open relationship shit unless you understand that means that she can go and it's not just you being, you know what I'm saying, doing what you want. She sitting at home. Don't come with that open relationship.
Hey, I'm gonna keep 100 with you. I ain't gonna lie. Like I got homies that, you know what I'm saying, they was trying to be fake, you know, like Will and Jada and all that. Like nigga, in real life, that shit is not popping. You know what I mean? Like bro, you gonna feel like you gonna get your feelings hurt. You gonna feel stupid. You know what I mean? Like all this little open, like we doing this, we doing that. Yeah, it look cool on TV.
Look, can you know what's funny? Can we talk about that for a second? This open relationship thing. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist and all that, but it got popular in the mainstream partly because of Will and Jada. They were one of the first big couples to openly speak about how they had an open relationship, right? This is just my theory, man. Now, when they originally got together, Will Smith was the fucking man. Now, Jada Pinkett at the time had a role here or there. She was getting a couple checks from doing like the Different World, and those checks, I know they weren't big. You know what I'm saying? And she was budding in the industry. She knew some people, but Will Smith was that dude. You know what I'm saying? He divorced his first chick. He married her. She was that girl. She was fine as hell back then, right? And here's my theory, right? He had the power in the relationship at that time, and this before Independence Day and all the movies, right? Before $20 million a movie. He had the power to be like, I could leave you and get another you, and I'm going to still be Will Smith.
Easy.
Right? And so here's the thing. He could have been on the road, and Will Smith is known as a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He could have been on the road and doing his shows and doing his movies and fucking bitches like crazy and dogging Jada, right? But whether it was his guilt or him thinking he was being a good guy and compromising, he came to her like, yo, yeah. He didn't want to say, what we talking about, man, look, I'm Will Smith. I'm fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm on, you know what I mean? I do my thing in the trailer. So he had to be like, yo, well, baby, why don't we do an open relationship? You know what I'm saying? He opened that door. You know what I'm saying? And it was
that was his idea?
That's how I'm believing. That's what I choose to believe. He opened that door. You know what I'm saying? And
I think that shit was her idea, bro.
Cause she was a hoe all along.
That shit looked like it was her idea.
Cause she's a hoe all along.
Like she because she seemed like she wear the fucking pants in that shit, dog.
Yeah, she the alpha. She the alpha in that relationship.
She clearly is.
Down to the haircut, huh? And listen, hold on. You know what? You right, Dan. Look at the kids' names, bro. All the kids named after her. Look, what's the kid's name? Jaden. That was the boy. And then the girl, you know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't let him have a Will. Why you say his name like that? You made it sound so soft. She wouldn't let him have a Will Jr. She wouldn't let him have a Will Jr. They gonna name the girl Will, though. And then name the boy Jaden. You can't have a Will Jr. That's some dick move for the girl. She really owned that shit, bro.
He probably ain't want a Will Jr.
Nah, that's a lie. That's a goddamn lie. Ain't no nigga got 3 kids and one of them a son and he ain't named one of them Junior. Every nigga got a...
Nah, his first son is named after him. That's why his name is Trey. Because he's the third.
The third. Okay. I'll give him that. Still, them names is real feminine.
See, this nigga Ant be coming in with the knowledge.
I appreciate that, but them names are still feminine. Jaden and Willow.
This nigga.
But you know, the thing is, though, with Will Smith and Jada, it used to come out when Will Smith was knocking down his co-stars. They say he got with Eva Mendes. He got with the girl from Hancock.
Yeah.
You ain't really hear about who Jada was messing with except for August Alsina.
Remember,
you know, we
had that nigga Will looking stupid.
Every episode had like a new a it girl was on
Tyra Banks.
Yeah, like
you know, we knew Will was getting them out of there, but we ain't never hear about who Jada was messing with.
See, the thing with that though is with Will, everything is speculation.
Right.
With the whole August Alsina thing, that shit was confirmed.
Yeah. That chatty patty ass
all parties involved. And I think the thing that made Will made Will look the worst in the whole situation is the whole August Alsina saying he got permission from Will.
Yeah, like nigga,
you a cuck.
Exactly.
There's no other way to describe it.
Even worse is when Jada responds and says, "Nobody can give permission but me." So back to what the homie was saying.
Yeah.
She looked like she's always the one in control.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this nigga was crying. He was all teary-eyed at the red table.
This nigga was teary-eyed at the red table, cuz.
And if Will Smith was a real G, he would decide that was his moment now, because Jada ain't even what she was.
On outside.
I'll trade her for Nia Long today. Not even old Nia Long, like Nia Long age.
Nia Long 2022.
Nia Long is way better than Jada Pinkett, and that little big football hit she got, that always been in shape.
It must be something though. It must be something. Jada must have something going on though.
Speak on that. What you mean?
Will Smith, like, she got
because Will Smith crying. He ain't trying to go nowhere. August Alsina, he was all torn up. This nigga was entangled. You know what I mean?
And she like twice his age.
Yeah, this nigga was talking about he was in real love. He making R&B songs and shit. She got something going on.
You got some good pussy.
I mean, but still, that, you
I don't know some pussy. I get that shit.
I don't know, man. I got a question for y'all, man.
What up?
Antonio Brown.
Yo, I don't know what to think. Like on Sunday, I'm like, this nigga's done. But then it's like, all right, then it's like, yo, you here? I'm like, the Bucks ain't cut him. And then it's like, it wasn't like, yo, you know, I want him on incentive. She ain't want to put me in the game. This nigga's like, nah, I'm hurt. I don't want to go in the game. It's like, I don't know what to think anymore.
Nah, but the story that came out last night was that he like re-injured himself in practice or something.
Yeah. I saw the same thing.
And supposedly he missed 2 straight days of practice and shit because of the injury. And he wasn't feeling good for the game. But I mean, I guess they made him fucking dress up anyway.
Look,
and the coach got into it with him and shit on the sidelines about him not wanting to go in. And they told him like, go in and get the fuck off the field and shit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know,
so y'all ain't never quit a job in the middle of the shift before?
Definitely have. I saw the video too. He was throwing all his equipment into the stands. But you know what?
That ankle ain't look hurt when he was running off the field.
He was like, "Fuck yeah!" Hey, and the only reason they ain't cut him is them. That's just them being smart because they don't want some asshole team like the Chiefs who don't give a fuck about morals to sign that nigga. Like,
nigga, what? Jerry Jones will be on. Jerry Jones will be the
Jerry Jones. He'll be like, we don't care. We don't care. We just want that Super Bowl, baby.
So they say he Colorado, and that kind of.
What you say?
He what now? You breaking
They
up?
said he got an MRI and it confirms he was actually hurt in his ankle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they couldn't just cut him like that.
He should at least limped off the field if that's the case, because he walked out that bitch like he should at least.
I just seen on BX somebody just posted that he's supposed to be getting surgery this weekend. It's like Saturday.
Yeah, he got bone spurs and a torn ligament in his ankle.
Look, he probably went home. He probably went home, told the homie, "I'm about to lose my whole career. I need you to break my leg." I need this. I need a story, man. Come on, man.
That nigga didn't AB drop a single like the next day or something?
The same night
from the pit to the
video
palace.
or something.
Yeah,
after he left the Nets game.
Yeah.
Saw him at the Nets game, man. So your boy, wow, man. He joined my Raiders for like a half a day and decided, man, I don't like this team, man. I'm out of here.
That nigga was out.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel about? I've seen a lot of people mentioning mental health played a big part in it. Saying maybe CTE, his mental health, saying the NFL didn't do a good job of like giving him the support he needed, and he had an outburst. I mean, what do y'all?
That's what I thought at first. That's exactly what I thought at first, but now it's like more information come out. That's what I don't know what to believe. You feel me? But like when I first saw it on Sunday, I'm like, corporate thugs entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
What I said about women with the rape, when I said I don't think it's majority of women who is in that situation where it's happening and they're not saying nothing. I think it's the same thing with mental health. I think it's a real thing, right? I ain't trying to underestimate and say it ain't real, but I think it's the same type of thing where it's a lot more people that want to use that shit as a crutch for bad behavior and bad decisions. Like, if you want to break it down, everybody can have some type of mental health illness, but a lot of that shit don't excuse bad behavior. Just like, you know what I'm saying, if you're an alcoholic, that's a real disease. But alcoholism being a real disease don't excuse a DUI. You see what I'm saying? It don't excuse you robbing a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Being addicted to crack, that's a real addiction, is a real disease, but it don't excuse you robbing nobody at gunpoint. And I feel like niggas be using mental health on anything. Calvin Ridley, man, 6 weeks into this season, and I don't blame him, by the way. I'm a Raiders fan, but I don't blame nobody who don't want to play for the Falcons. But Calvin Ridley started receiving for the Falcons this year. After they traded Julio, and he said, man, this team is trash. I don't like getting hit every week. And he literally threw up the mental health illness card and quit the team, but he's still getting checks because he was like, man, mentally, I'm just too stressed to play football right now. And my problem with that isn't questioning whether he's really having mental stress, right? My problem is it's real niggas, probably 8 of them in this podcast right now, who got to go through shit, who really dealing with mental illness, but they still got to get up tomorrow and go to work. They don't get to choose to just say, I'm hurting, I'm mentally ill, and therefore I'm not going to go, and I'm still going to get a check in the mail. It don't work that way.
My nigga, I agree with everything you said, except like I don't have like the long history of questionable behavior like this nigga Antonio Brown does. You know what I mean? Like somebody had posted on BX, like the timeline, all like the wild shit this nigga been doing. It's like, all right, man, this goes back years and years. You feel me? Like, what's up with homie?
And that's good. I mean, but then again, it's like, no, my bad. Go ahead, speak on that.
Now I was just gonna say, ever since that hit, it's like he ain't been the same from Vontaze Perfect, whatever.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, now you absolutely right.
Wild Out streak started from there. You know what I'm saying? Up in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck it, one day I'm gonna take the practice. I'm gonna play my music.
That's actually a great point. That's a great point.
I'm gonna down my
mustache. Didn't that nigga wild out
a
couple times in college?
What you say?
He did.
Didn't that nigga wild out a couple times in college?
But you know, y'all.
That nigga probably got a wild out shit from elementary school, bro. He been wilding out since.
But they do play a sport that we know factually has proven that damages their brains. And but you can't see the damage until after they die, if they choose to let their brain be examined. And so it is kind of fucked up that we know that, and then at the same time ask, why is this motherfucker doing crazy shit? Well, could it be that nigga has brain damage?
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like the one that made it real to me was that nigga Junior Seau. Like, okay, what's going on?
Rest in peace, Junior Seau.
Like, maybe this CTE ain't just cap. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But he wasn't wilding out like Antonio Brown is. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them like surprise situations.
You right.
They're probably making him wild out more than he usually do.
But again, like, look, y'all know motherfuckers throughout y'all life now. Some of them might have been mentally ill, but have y'all ever known a motherfucker who just continually just be doing stupid shit. Like it be some motherfuckers like that. They ain't always meant to
Hell
be.
yeah.
It's hotheads in the air. Like niggas know. I had a homeboy. Like you know that nigga gonna want to fight somebody just off of like,
Yeah.
he'll make up a reason to fight a nigga just to get his shit off, bro. But man, that nigga in the corner, man. That nigga been looking at me, bro. He be like, but that nigga ain't even. He sleep.
That nigga doesn't even know that you here, homie.
He
You know what I'm
sleep,
saying?
man. That nigga in the corner. He's dreaming about me, man. That nigga gay as hell.
What about certain niggas that like they start and now they get tough cookies and want to fight everybody? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, what you say?
what about niggas that start drinking and then at that point they get tough and now they want to fight everybody?
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know, they can
Yeah.
take the world.
Yeah, bro.
That's right.
Fuck. I hate that shit.
That's
So
one of
do
y'all.
I.
It's one of y'all. It's probably that cat too. Get LBX members in the room. Somebody want to. I'm the chill drunk, man. I get faded. I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's like,
You got it, Johnny Cage.
nah, my fault. I'm saying, yo, I'm playing Madden right now. This nigga like coming back on me. Like,
Question, man. Did y'all see this video? And I've honestly never heard any of his music, like most rappers who make news stories these days. This nigga's name was Nardo Wick. And he had a video, and they were asking him about when he came up and how he earned money and what his first job was. And he goes, why would I work a job when I could just...
oh, yeah. Because niggas had posted that, what was that, like last week, right?
Yeah, it was like right after we probably posted the podcast, and I was like, well, I gotta ask about this in the podcast.
I'm not even mad at him for saying that because he a young nigga. So it's like, yo, you young and dumb, you don't know better. Like I'm mad at everybody else at that little podcast, radio station, whatever it was, that set up there and listen to that little black boy say that and ain't even try to correct him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like yo, like I always say, man, it's like, all right, like little homie, if we told you and you ain't listen, that's on you. But if you did it because we ain't tell you, that's on us. You see what I'm saying?
And he literally, like, for them to not at least touch on the downside, he was just like, man, I mean, why would I work if I could just like rob a nigga and make like $5,000? For them to not even touch on, well, like, you know, there's consequences, or like you said, for them to just nod their head, for him to even say that shit, I'm gonna be real, bro. I don't give a fuck if you like 16, nigga. Like, you know that was some dumbass shit. You would say that shit in front of your mama, nigga. You at least lie, nigga, and say you work. I mean, come on, bro. People be these cats be trying so hard to be gangster that they lose. A real gangster know what to say around his fucking parents, bro.
Yeah.
A real gangster know what to say in front of your parents, so that even your parents be like, man, I like that no days off ATL kid, man.
Yeah.
They don't even know he killing niggas out there. Real gangsters is not like in your mama house, like, fuck your house, nigga.
On some Bishop and Jew shit.
It's not like that. It's not like that, bro.
Some of them are though.
You know what I'm saying? Not
But
at
yeah,
your mama
I mean,
house.
I don't know.
Some of them are.
I think that's why a lot of
Feel
them
me,
end
though?
up getting killed. You know, a lot of them don't get to see 16, 17, 18 because they really, really live the life that they talking about.
Yeah.
They don't put up that front for
Niggas is
their
crash
mama, their
test
grandkids.
dummies.
Yeah,
That's
man.
exactly what they are.
And I hear
Right.
you, and you're
Right.
right. Some of them niggas are. Some of them niggas really might be like him, come in your house, spill your carpet ass nigga. And that's the nigga that get wrapped up in that same carpet. Come to my house
The
and
next
that crazy
day.
shit. Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're a nigga that talk like that, I'm assuming you trying hard. But if you really live like that, you really ain't built for life, bro. Like, yo, I'm just gonna rob a nigga, man. Shit. How could you say that now that you own? Now that you know the energy that you attracting?
Right.
Now that you own, you're the target. You're the lick now.
But yo, I think this though. I think most of us on here kind of grew up pre-internet. You know what I mean? So we understood a time where you did certain things and it wasn't publicized. But this generation, they've grown up and all they know is internet time. So it's like, to them, if there's no video, it didn't happen. If I didn't post it, I can't get no stripes from it. You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly how a lot of them getting caught too.
Yeah, if you post some of the dumbest, some of the...
Yeah, wrapped up straight off that.
He made a video on how to steal a Jeep Wrangler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like crazy.
I saw that video, bro, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is already set up, but it was still dumb either way. I'm just like,
Yo,
I saw that video, man.
for a certain individual, you're gonna go try that.
Definitely, 100%.
Right.
I mean, do y'all remember? And I won't even name the website. That way, I won't even get caught up in no bullshit. But it was a website back when the internet really first popped off in the early 2000s, where all these niggas had where you can learn how to make bombs and shit, and they was passing around, and it was like, of course, if you give that information to people, what are they gonna do? They didn't all go do terrorism, but at the minimum, you're gonna build a bomb in your yard. Niggas blowing off their hands at the minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then at the worst end of that, yeah, you get domestic terrorism. People, you teaching them how to make bombs, and they got bad intentions.
Right.
Yeah, we are in the age of information, and that information is being used however people see fit.
Mm-hmm. That's facts, man. And you can Google anything, but people still only Google what they want to see.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yo, hey, you see, they got a suspect for Duff.
Did see that?
Yeah.
Did they have
that's
video,
crazy.
or what was the story?
The nigga named Straight Drop. He was the one that people was implicating pretty much within 24 hours of everything happening, bro. And the crazy thing is, he had an IG live where he basically said, "If I did it, what proof do you have, nigga, and what?"
That's crazy.
Rap snitch conditions.
He had made a post saying, like, let the cops solve it. Like, let them bring that. Where's your evidence? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. That nigga came out with an OJ book saying, "If I did it."
Nigga probably had a cell phone on him and everything when he killed that nigga.
Yeah.
And you know
if he killed that, if it was him, you feel me?
Yeah.
That nigga had the car that he committed the crime in a video, and then he drove up there in his personal car after the fact, bro. And you can see his personal car in one of the fucking surveillance videos.
Yep.
And you know what'll probably kill these new rappers more than anything is, like, let's say I get into it with somebody, right? And I really killed the dude. Right? I really get away with it, and nobody know. And then the internet starts speculating about the wrong nigga, and everybody start being like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Meek Mill them did it. That killed these new rappers more. They'll damn near put themselves in jail to get that clout back. I'm be like, nah, nigga, I killed that nigga, man. Hold on. No, I did that murder, prosecutor. I insist. Here's the gun. I got the gun. He ain't got the gun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna rap about it. They're gonna throw some subliminals in there.
They got to.
Yeah.
Know who really did that body? Y'all niggas don't know shit. I tell everybody. Like, bro, these niggas can't stand
the nigga AR this shit. Rapped his way to 40 years. Nah, not really rap, but his
Vlad interviews.
Yeah,
Vlad be getting them
his Vlad interviews, his own videos he put out, other videos that was out there.
Every interview
told on him and his niggas.
This nigga dead. He was naming streets that he was hustling on.
It was 4th and Broadway.
Yes,
it was 12-17.
I still don't see why niggas go on Vlad.
Long ago, like, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, not Trill, you're right. Like, I don't see why niggas go on Vlad either, my nigga. Like, in 2022, you should know better by now.
That Vlad bag can't be that big.
He ain't asking about your album.
Can't be that big.
Where the nigga
in all
had
fairness
mentioned
to
some shit
Vlad,
that happened, and he was like, "How you know that?" You know what I'm saying? He asked him about, like, some dude that he got into it with while he was locked up. He was like, "Man, how you know that? Who told you that? I ain't told nobody about that shit." So I let you know Vlad working with them people, man. How many niggas you know got it?
Working with them people? Yeah.
In all fairness to Vlad, though, to play Vladimir's advocate. If you don't want to answer the question, the nigga will just say okay. Because I've seen several people do it. I've seen what's the nigga's name? Pee Wee Longway.
He wasn't playing. Somebody else.
He wouldn't talk about nothing hood related whatsoever.
Yeah.
But how does Vlad get the information to even ask the question?
Well, he just follow all the hood blogs. Now everything online anyway. I mean,
everything is online.
He really do just be asking the questions that be on BX. But like you said, and you know, it ain't nothing new. He just the first one to ask about the streets.
Vlad working with them people and shit.
But you know
Vlad using the clues. Vlad working with the people.
Nigga, Vlad is them people.
To Ant's point, it's up to the artist, man, to have the discipline to be like, whatever they say, that nigga could be like, yeah. Because this is what Glad's strategy is anyway. He just be like, yeah, so DMX. So we heard Meek Mill say something about Tekashi. What you think about Tekashi? And it's up to the artist to be like, yo, man, I'm here to talk about mixtape volume 8. You know what I'm saying? Cameron is good at that shit. He'd be like, man, I'm here to talk about this mixtape, man.
Hey, that nigga Cam be shutting it down. Like, even on Drink Champs, that nigga Cam was like, yo, he wasn't really even saying nothing.
You know what I'm saying? That's his whole strategy. If you niggas want to gossip, that's on you if you go down Glass Road, because that's all he gonna do. Yo, Aunt McQueen, we heard that that nigga Megawatts had said something about Johnny Cage. Do you agree what he said about Johnny Cage?
Mega who? Who?
Exactly. What? You got me here to talk about Aunt McQueen Volume 3, man.
I don't know no
Keanu. Who did she suck? For real, man. So shout out to GLADTV, man. You know what I'm saying? And the federales, man, that be watching, man. If y'all watching this, y'all ain't gonna get no incriminating evidence out here. We all doing everything legal, so
right.
Look, my dog start barking like, right.
Shit, the bloggers be giving up more information than Vlad does.
Yup.
He just be asking the follow-up questions.
Facts.
God bless his soul, the dude that just died, man. I seen so much about whatever was going on in Chicago because of him.
Kid, man.
College kid.
Oh, word. Rest in peace. Yeah.
So
Yo, was that nigga on BX?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
How did he die?
COVID.
Yeah, he was on BX. He died from
man.
his brother got it too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, his brother's running the site and he got it as well. And he was posting that shit before it was a Reddit Chirac page, before we was doing Shotwire on BX. He was one of the sources niggas was using when they were posting Shotwire.
Yeah.
Like Ant said, he was one of the first people I was learning about when I was up on LA Capone and shit. I was looking at the college site, and he was doing it before academics got the bag for kind of.
They tell you who got. He tell you who got killed, who killed them.
Yeah.
What neighborhood they was from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yo, they have a you know them like wiki fandom sites or whatever. They have one for the Chicago shit. Dog, they have that. The scores and shit.
Yo, they got a whole subreddit for it on Reddit. I'm like, this is disgusting.
Like the name, they got the names of niggas. They got people that they killed, people that they shot. How many people they shot? Whether it's 50 people and the status of whatever they shot.
Yeah.
If they hit them or not. What's the scores of different gangs?
Treat that joint like Call of Duty.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this?
To keep the score about a bunch of men that look exactly like us. You feel me?
And it's all speculation at the end of the day, because niggas is not walking around going, yeah, I murdered 3 people.
But either way, it's a bunch of niggas that look like us that's dead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, for the entertainment of white people and everybody else online, it's like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro. Taking that shit out.
Like, imagine if it was like white gangs went through like middle America, and all of a sudden, like, instead of like niggas drilling and getting killed at 16, 17, 18, it was like little white boys in North Dakota, Wyoming. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, that should have been shut down yesterday.
Yeah. I just think it's sad, man. Like, if you look at niggas like Young Dolph and like CMG, even if they weren't getting along, like, if you could imagine, like, if you was in this hip hop, if it was like this brotherhood, like the NBA or something like that, like you made it to the league, you know what I'm saying? You a rapper, you on. If you could imagine this network of like every city, you know what I'm saying, where you could go. I mean, and it would just be so powerful. Like, it's almost sound impossible, because you imagine even if niggas didn't get along, where they just like, nah, over here in Memphis, we getting money. We don't mess with them cats. They come over here, we don't come over there. But if you a rapper and you coming to perform Memphis, ain't nothing gonna happen at your show. Because we all have agreed, you know what I'm saying, like The Wire with the commission, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we all agreed that we ain't gonna let nothing happen, because we all understand it's a bigger picture to this. So even if I don't like you, I ain't coming to your show and spraying shit up. If we got beef, let's handle it in the streets, man. Don't bring that shit to the BET Awards. Don't come stab me in my neck at fucking Lollapalooza. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, man. Rest in peace to Draco. That was a big performance. Hey, man, you fucking the bag up for everybody aside from everybody. Taking a life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hip hop is straight away. Hip hop is straight from what it was in its inception. It used to be a communal thing. Because remember, that's how all the break dancing and all that shit started, because there was some serious gangs. Like Africa Bambaataa was a gang leader.
Yeah.
We're gonna hurry up and move on from that name, because that nigga's like the boogeyman, you know what I'm saying?
No, I was definitely about to make a joke on that. He was a gang leader, all right.
Yo, say it and move on.
Hassan Campbell about to jump on the BX podcast.
He died me. Nah, but seriously though, like, cats was breakdancing as a means to, settle their differences, as opposed to like knocking niggas upside their heads with brass knuckles and bottles and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like we just gonna just dance battle.
Yeah. Right.
Two crews come together, MCs. Like, yo, we're not gonna fight. We just gonna see who can rock the party better. Right. And that's how we ended up with legendary battles like Cold Crush versus the Fantastic Freaks and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Motherfucking Funky 4 plus one more and Double Trouble, Lil Rodney, seeing all them cats back in like the early 80s. Shout out to the
originators, man. Shout out to them originators of hip hop.
Busy B and Coke LaRock and all them dudes. A lot of that was because cats had differences, but they settled them, and it was a community.
And even over on the West Coast, that's where you had like crip walking and shit that started, right? Same type of thing. Like,
and the bigger it got, the further we got away from it. And now it's the opposite. Now it's cats getting stabbed in the neck at shows, and motherfuckers getting their Sprinter vans shot up, and all types of other treacherous shit.
You think the money corrupted it? Like, you think we're a victim of our own success?
Yeah,
I believe so. To some degree.
I feel you.
Look, man. Hold on. Look, if you hit Chris Brown career, what happened when he wasn't even on camera what he did to Rihanna, right? And we saw the fallout that he got, right, when he assaulted Rihanna. Like, but let's pretend it was on camera, like the Jay-Z thing. If it would have been Chris Brown, the beating that she took, if that would have been caught on camera, right? Like, I can't imagine him ever coming back from it, right?
Honestly, I'm keeping 100 with you. Like, I feel like if it was caught on camera.
Well, like, maybe not the argument. Hold on. Let me make my point. Hold on. No, I'm just saying, like, just call him. If it was just like a 5-second clip of him just like fist to face, right?
Yeah, that'd have been terrible.
But the point is, no rapper right now would get rewarded if a video dropped of him like raping a woman or a video of him beating a woman, right? And so if rappers didn't think they would be rewarded, you see what I'm saying? For this type of shit, stupid shit. That shit wouldn't be encouraged. That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? But it's encouraged. This is gonna get me clout. It won't get me clout to slap a woman on camera. So I know I'm not gonna do that shit. It won't happen. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I think what's going on right now is like the inverse of what happens in the hood. When people start seeing the violence and you start seeing slogans popping up that become mantras, like guns down, gloves up.
Mm-hmm.
Now in hip hop, when it started, it was we're gonna put the baseball bats down and we're gonna pick up the mics.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put the brass knuckles down and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, put on our tracksuits and breakdance. Now it's like the opposite. The violence is coming into hip hop. And I think a lot of it started, maybe I guess you could say like in the mid to late 90s, where gang culture really started to infiltrate hip hop. And now it's not even really a hip hop thing. Now you just got gangster niggas who rap. Yeah. Nothing more. It's not like gangster niggas who are trying to step away from it. It's gangster niggas who are continuing to do the same things.
I agree.
Good point.
And that's why many of these motherfuckers is getting shot up now, because a lot of these dudes are active gang members
who just happen to learn how to rap. They just learn how to rap. You know what I'm saying? And you see a lot of these cats. You see the interview. I just seen the cat who sound kind of like Pop Smoke, Dusty Locane. I seen an interview with him. The nigga was talking about he just started rapping like 6 months ago.
Well, even Pop Smoke's buddy, 5 Foreign, he was lying about his age in the interview. And basically, he started gangbanging in his 30s. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas started coming around later on. And, you know what I mean? You get them cats who just be like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Say whatever. Just to get in the culture. You know what I'm saying?
And then the fucked up part about it is, and then it starts to reflect poorly on hip-hop.
Definitely.
Because now all of the bullshit becomes synonymous with hip-hop. And like you said before, you start fucking up the money because now people ain't trying to book no shows because the insurance policy is going to be too high. We don't know who the fuck going to get stabbed at this one, who going to get shot at this one, who's going to be doing God knows what at the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like it's safer and it's saving me more money just not to book none of y'all niggas.
So niggas better learn how to play motherfucking guitars and start doing punk rock or something. There's about to be more hip hop shows going on in a minute.
And you know what? As a consumer, we gotta stop giving so many streams and plays and conversation points to some of these people, man, because we're only adding to the influence that they have on the hip hop culture. If we stop talking about a lot of these dudes, man, they might fade away and go back into the hood. They may not be able to infiltrate hip hop the way that they have. Like, you know, when Chief Keef ain't started all of this, but he really had a big part in the whole drill movement.
Yo, for better or for worse, Chief Keef is a legend. I agree.
No, he is. But I mean, if we only knew what would come after Chief Keef, I don't know how many people would have been rocking with Don't Like. I don't know if Kanye West would have jumped on the remix. Like,
yeah.
It opened the door to like what he's really going through, and everybody followed behind him, and they kind of like they took over with the drill, and now they actually killing. They making videos at people grave sites and all of that. Yeah. So as the consumer, man, we gotta put more emphasis or put more of our attention to some of the people who are actually practicing hip hop, who's actually rapping. You know what I'm saying? Yo, back them, man. Go to their shows, buy the CDs. You know what I mean? We don't buy stuff for real, but play the tracks a couple times, man.
I'll say this. I'll be somewhat torn when it comes to it, because I love I guess if you want to call it positive hip hop or alternative hip hop.
Or conscious.
Yeah, or conscious. I love that shit just as much. Yeah. And just as much as I love like gangster rap. But I think for a lot of people, the gangster shit is a lot more palatable. Like, it's easier to come up with God knows how many metaphors and similes to talk about shooting a nigga in the chest and how you could turn his white shirt maroon. Like, nigga, I put cheese on your head like a Green Bay Packer. Nigga, I got more shooters than the Lakers. Nigga, I got... It's hard as fuck to make some positive shit sound cool. Like, nigga, I woke up this morning smiling and I thank God. Like, niggas like, what?
Yeah. Yo, like...
Fuck, what is this nigga on? This nigga on some weird shit.
You know how hard it is to write a rhyme without cussing?
That's what a challenge is. To make medicine taste good.
Yeah.
Kids love candy. If you really look at it, right, like that's the reason why NyQuil and all these different over-the-counter medications, they come in flavors. Because if they just gave you shit that tastes like Buckley's, nobody would want to take no motherfucking cough medicine.
Right, like
you don't want that shit. Nigga, I want the cherry, give me the grape, give me something. We gotta mask this.
But you know what, again,
but that's the thing though. That's the
go ahead, you got it, bro.
But that's the thing. Let's talk about medicine, right? You said that they do that stuff for kids. Kids take what's given to them. They don't have a choice for real. We adults, you know, you don't have to dress up my medicine. If I know I need to take it and it's good for me, I'm gonna take it. Let's look at hip hop, right? We as adults know what hip hop should be. We can't use the excuse of like, yo, give me the bubble gum because it tastes better. Nah, dog, you know that ain't good for you, bro.
You know,
you know what I'm saying? We not those kids. I mean, I don't know nobody age, but I guess mentally, you know, we're not those youngins who need that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know what? It's nothing new. We talking about like what they talk about. It's nothing new for rappers to rap that gangster shit. It's nothing new for niggas to talk about what they gonna do, what they done did. Niggas even talking graphically, like, you know, we killing niggas, we hitting niggas with this gun, that gun, right? But the difference is, it went from like a rapper rapping about that shit, and then in the actual field, his homies being like, nah, nigga, we gonna hold you down. We'll do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just worry about making this money. You just worry about keeping it clean. And it went from that to the rapper having to prove, nah, look, I really be out here. I really do this. You know what I'm saying? Watch me do the crime. You see what I'm saying? We went from just talking about it and being like, yeah, I proved
watch me do the crime.
It's a whole, look at man, like we talk about Chirac, but like, you know, you look at some of them videos where them niggas like, okay. It's illegal for you to have a gun, right? Having a switch on the gun, right? And that's even down here in Georgia. Switches are like, that's a federally illegal. You can't have them, right? So that's an ATF that you're getting involved now, right?
Yeah.
So when you in the video, which waving your gun with the switch on it, like you literally saying like ATF. Like
boom, boom, boom. Open the door. ATM.
I got switches, nigga. Like I'm saying, like, bro, it's like you gotta prove it that you got it. You can't just rap about it no more. Niggas gotta show you. Like, no, we really got the Drake. We really got it over here. Yeah, we in the state where you can't have guns. So what does that mean? And then we think we just gonna put that it's a prop at the beginning of the video, and niggas ain't gonna look no further into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, but like my question is this: is like, okay, like us being older now and having like little family members, like little niggas we know from the neighborhood and all that, like looking up to us and everything. So you're like, how do we change the pattern? Now, I'm of the belief that people gonna make their choices. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's always gonna be niggas that want to get better. It's always gonna be niggas that's like, fuck it, I don't care. So it's like the niggas who don't care, like, bro, I'm not even tripping off you. Like, if you want to get right, come on through. Like, we'll be here for you. But I'm not of the belief that I can save everybody. You feel me? But at the same time, it's like, okay, like for those like either like caught in the middle, or for those that are, you know, just like us, how we were at whatever age, we might do some stupid stuff, but still, like, obviously we're not that dumb, because there's some kind of common sense in the back of your head that kept you going forward and kept you from like totally jumping off the porch.
Right.
Like, how do we make things easier for them? You feel me? Like, how do we enlighten them? You understand? It's like, how do we try to at least like divert some of them from going down the wrong path, you know?
And first of all, shout out to Black Legend Music Group for popping in, bro. Appreciate you pulling up to the Minus 12 podcast, family.
Hey.
I don't know if you can tell young niggas nothing, man. I think we all know that. You can't tell young niggas nothing. You gotta really let them niggas live life, man, and go through their own shit, because, you know, I mean,
I feel you.
Sons, man. If you got that's the only young nigga you got a chance of having a voice on, is a nigga that's related to you, bro.
I feel you on that, man. Like sadly, I can kind of speak, because the last month in the city where I live in, we've gone viral several fucking times. Majority of the times for violence, and another time for an explosion. And every time we've gone viral for violence, I've known one of them people. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my homeboys, he got killed, and he was cool with my son. You know what I'm saying? My oldest son finna be 20 this year. So after that, they had a balloon release, and the balloon release got shot up. You know what I'm saying? So like that tells you the type of ignorant shit that's going on.
Niggas shot up a balloon release?
They shot up the balloon release, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, no bullshit. And the crazy part about that is I had just left from out there. My son's aunt and uncle got shot. My son got shot at. My oldest daughter got shot at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this the type of shit that a nigga going through on a daily basis, even though I work a damn good, even though I work a damn good job, you know what I'm saying? Some of the shit I just don't talk about on BX, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a little girl that got killed last week, you know what I'm saying? And she was an athlete, and she got found in the middle of the field, and don't nobody know what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying?
I seen you in that thread, bro. That's because niggas posted that in BX. I seen you in
there. Yeah, so it's like, bro, a lot of this shit really be hitting a hell of a lot closer to home. And like me and my best friend, we talk about this shit. It's like, we don't know how the fuck we can go about talking to these young niggas, man, because shit, we in a position now where I'm hoping to where I can retire later on this year and leave this job that I'm at and work for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to show my son, hey man, leave these streets alone. The streets ain't what's up. All these cats that you running with, I know I grew up with them, you know what I'm saying? But you can't make somebody do something that they don't want to. The only thing you can do is lead a horse to water. You can't force it to drink. So it's like, it remind me of, believe it or not, a Chicago artist. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna feel me when I drop this name. Lupe, whenever he made the song Lost Generation. Yeah. Because that shit is so fucking true, man. It's like you got everybody that's willing to kick knowledge, but they're so wanting to be cool to what they feel is in, not realizing that one of my favorite sayings is smart as the new gangster, man. And niggas don't really peep that shit. They want to be seen as that nigga versus that brother that's getting that bread.
Yeah. Just like Lupe said, chasing the cool.
And you just said it, bro. You got to show your son. Well, like he said, chasing the cool. You got to show them that it's cool. You can't tell them, yeah, it's cool to be smart. You got to show them, hey, look, man, yeah, I got this nice car. I got these nice things. You see this big house we live in? Yeah, well, I didn't get this shit from selling fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? I paid attention in school. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever your path was. It might not have been school. For some people, it's catching a trade. You know what I mean? It might have been investing your money in crypto. Whatever your hustle is that was legal, You got to show them this is how I did it, bro, and I'm doing it. And a matter of fact, I ain't even risking jail time. That's what's cooler than that. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas out there on the block sweating, bro. That's how you got to talk to them kids, and they only go halfway listen if they related to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing cool about having to live life looking around your shoulder, man. Everywhere you go.
Nothing cool about it at all. You feel me? And it's like, well, I asked that because, like, yo, in some regards, like, things for kids today are better than they was for us. You feel me? Like, megawatts, Brooklyn, me, DC. Come on, bro. Brooklyn in DC in the 80s and 90s, Slim.
We had Wayne Williams in Atlanta, nigga. What you talking about? So you can relate. So there you go. You feel me? Matter of fact, it was so bad that it's like we gotta get you niggas out of here and gentrify everything. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's certain things that we had to go through that these little niggas out here don't. You see what I'm saying? Like in certain regards, they kind of got a little easier. Now, naturally, like I said, like ain't nothing new under the sun. It's always gonna be crime. It's always gonna be violence. It's always gonna be bullshit in the hood. It's always gonna be bad choices. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, man, we kind of had it a little worse than them in certain regards. And at the same time, like when we were coming up, it was still like niggas who spoke to us that we listened to. And it's like everybody wasn't related to us that was talking to us. You know what I mean? It was just like a solid voice that you, okay, like I respect this nigga. Like I'm gonna hear what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like he got some kind of clout. Like I can listen to him. You feel me? It's like, can I
that's us now.
That's social. Man, I hate blaming everything on like social media, but like not having social media as kids, it was such a blessing because like you really did not know how much better people was doing than you. Like to me, a nigga who was doing better than me was a nigga who had like a new game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga had some Jordans. I'm like, oh, okay, them niggas doing good. That nigga got the new Jordan. That was what I thought niggas was doing better. But with social media, it's what leads to shit because you can see how much better nigga, or even if they flexing. You see you busting your ass at Popeyes for $11.50, and you see a nigga with a money phone who like 15, and they fuck with you, bro. And
nigga, you don't want to see no more hottie sauce after that, nigga.
What you was gonna say, Black Legend Music Group?
Oh, my fault, damn. Yeah, that's Brooklyn right there. It's Brooklyn Damien, bro.
Oh, what's good with you?
I was trying to sign in with the same shit I had last time.
I can change it for you, man. Bro. It's all good, man.
I appreciate you. Yeah, now, bro, I'm working on some music right now, and it's the same topics, man. The same topics that y'all talking about right now. It's for the same problems, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same problems. Like, yo, how we going, you know, I got the same thing. Kids, like the same age as Trill.
Right.
It's like, how you going to reach them? You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's easy to say, all right, let's not pay attention to NBA Youngboy and whoever. But they are. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
They are. That's right. So, you know what I mean? They influenced by that bullshit. You know what I mean? So, I don't even listen to Griselda and all of that, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm tired of hearing niggas shooting at each other and all of that shit. Like, I'm done with that, man.
You gotta let them know it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? For me, like growing up listening, like I loved music growing up, and them lyrics, like niggas quoted them shits because we believed them at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas definitely believed them. When you were like 6th grade, you know what I'm saying, 5th grade, like nigga, you thinking this nigga stupid, like nigga, murder was it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, his bodyguard really did like some niggas.
Right? Yeah, older, and you realize like, yo, that shit ain't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was all entertainment. Like,
right.
We gotta be at a position where you gotta let them know, yo, this is entertainment, and at least try to build in their mind to differentiate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's better.
Yeah, and then just like in the rap game, just like in the streets, like the niggas who really is the realest niggas, right? Whether they talk about it or not, they really in jail or they really dead because they really was about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Rondo, L.A., King Von, Tupac, like you talking all this crazy shit. The one time you really run up on a gangster, they killed your ass.
Exactly. Like as far as like dope selling and all that, there's only a couple niggas that made it out that didn't like see that jail cell. You feel me? Like the majority of them is like just like you said, dead in jail. Like that's where you gonna be at. That's where you about to graduate to. You feel me?
Like, and that's the difference between the old rappers. They hang around forever talking about that shit. Griselda niggas could talk about that shit, Crowley, because they probably did it and probably don't still do it.
Yeah.
But the young rappers be like, no, I got to do it now so niggas know that I really am about that shit that I rap about.
Right. So
that's when that shit start to feel all constructed, like it's a pitfall set up from that meeting that Bone Thugs and them was talking about, like, you know what I mean? Because all of them following the same wave and everything is going the same cycle. They either going to jail, they dying, and people reaping off their royalties. You know what I'm saying? And the music put out while they lived. And to see like that, as many artists that died from paper route entertainment alone, that shit looks scary, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, about y'all.
What you was about to say, Brooklyn Damien?
Damn, what was that? Oh, that's the shit that, you know, Jay-Z was coming at Beans about. Like, bro, you can't have a foot in the street still trying to, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you associated with me. Yeah. You know, you gonna fuck my money up. You know what I mean? Like, right. I had to let that shit go too. I was out here getting this money. Like, yo, it's bigger money, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta have your
much bigger money. Much bigger money.
Much bigger money. What you
like, nigga, you don't even know money.
Yo, you wild doing that dumb shit still. That's like, right. Come on, yo, Rollo, he finally got his date. It's like, bro, 400 pounds. Like, come on, man. Yeah. And then Juice WRLD caught up 70 pounds. Like, yo, y'all gotta move way smarter than this, bro. Yeah. Right. Y'all fucking the money up. Juice WRLD, he had like a #1 song, bro.
And we even had a word for it on BX 10 years ago. When I first started getting on BX, we called niggas weed carriers, man. What happened?
Yo, it was a dude in Chicago back when I was watching the NFL shit. It was like a wide receiver or something. This nigga he went and bought a Kia Coke. Like, yo.
I remember that. I remember that dude. He was in prison now. Yep. He was a Bengal, wasn't he? Yep, I remember that. That's he was crazy. Like, I want to flip. He was like, I just want to sell coke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why you doing it? What's wrong with you, yo? Why?
Yeah.
You can't send the little man. You know what I mean? Like,
same thing with Michael Vick. Like, okay, why do you gotta go to the fucking dog fight, bro? Why is you on the ranch, like, personally killing the fucking dogs?
Hey, bro, that's different, bro. Like, I hated the fact how, like, when he got caught up, like, that's when all of a sudden white America was acting like they first heard a dog fight.
Saying,
like,
nigga, we learned that there, bro. Like, you got better things to do, bro.
I feel you.
It was his crib. Hey, so wrapped up in there. It was his property. They was gonna wrap him in anyway.
But you know the real story though, man. I done read the book and everything. Look, the real deal was that was his property, but he wasn't living there. His cousins and them was living there, and he didn't catch that. He caught that charge because he didn't snitch. Because if he was white, the way that trial would have went is he would have been like, nigga, I don't go there. That was them that was there. But because he was like, I ain't finna do that to my cousins, he took the whole fall.
Hey, no days. Wasn't it like his family that implicated him? Like, wasn't it his cousin or like his homeboy or somebody that?
So they didn't tell on him. What happened was they had a whole bunch of activity on the property, and it drew police to the property, and that's when they were like, "Yo, we need what's going on? Who's the owner?" And that's when they name dropped Michael Vick, thinking it would be a pass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, Michael Vick owns the property, and
they were some warnings like, "Yo, y'all need to cut it out. Whatever y'all doing over there." Like he had somebody that was on the force that kind of knew them or some shit like, yo, y'all need to cut it out over there.
Like, nigga, your block is hot.
But he could have got out of that. He really could have flipped on him because like most of us, he was like, man, I ain't finna tell on my fucking family, bro. But in that case, he should have been in that position as the $100 million man.
He should not have been in that
position. A real cousin would have been like, nigga, you can't even come here while we doing this shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't know.
Now that's crazy. That's crazy. Black Mike, like that, man, to see that nigga come back after that and like almost make the Super Bowl. Like, bro, come on, bro. Man, that's like one of my favorites.
I was rooting for the Eagles that year too. For them 3 years he was with the Eagles, man. I was an Eagles fan, man. They was on the team, man. I love Andy Reid for that, man. I love Andy Reid. I'm glad he went and got him some Super Bowls.
Definitely. Hey, hold up, dog. Like, no days off. This is one thing I wanted to say. Like, when we were talking about like hip hop and everything, like the transition and all that, I feel like it's like a variable that we don't really be accounting for. You know what I mean? Like the effect of crack that it just had on not only society but like music as well. You see what I'm saying? It's like, all right, when it started off like early 80s, like you know, crack starting to come out. I ain't really bubbling the hood like that, but by the time it's like mid to late 80s, okay, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like crack brought a whole lot more problems. Like now it's like it's more gang beef and everything else. So that goes back to like what Aunt McQueen was saying. It's like in the 90s, you know, it's like it's gangster rap, this and that, because nigga, that's a byproduct of crack cocaine being traded on your block now. You feel me? Like niggas ain't friends no more. You feel me?
Very true. I mean,
And see, like in that regard, that's what I'm like, man, these little niggas kind of got a slightly easier than us, because nigga, ain't nobody on the corner pumping crack no more in 2022. You feel me?
Nah, but they fucked up on them pills now. You know what I'm saying?
True.
All the perks and this and that, and it's so accessible for them. So that's why you see them out here wilding out, doing dumb shit in front of the camera.
hey,
You know what I mean?
these perks and shit. This is a true story. Y'all could Google this shit. I bet the newspaper article will still come up just off the details I'm telling you, without even me name dropping the nigga name. Name Chris, I'll tell you that, but without me naming his last name. It's real shit, man. This ain't snitching. This is a story. Let me tell y'all, bro. This was like this is like 20. I don't want to get the year wrong because somebody gonna look up the game and be like, nigga, that game happened in 2012. But this, it had to be like 2012. 2013, maybe 2011, okay? And I know that it was the 49ers versus the Saints. I want to say it was either a playoff game, but it might have just been an important regular season game, right? So my nigga Chris, he got his brother, and they in an Applebee's, nigga, watching the game, right? And he's, you know how a game is on, and you just like pick a team. You ain't even a hardcore fan. You just like, hey, it's Warriors versus Knicks. Go Warriors tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Warriors ain't in your squad, but you just want to see Curry go off or whatever, right? And so my nigga Chris wasn't even a hardcore Niners fan. He just rooting for the Niners that night because you in Atlanta. Nobody like the Saints here in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? So that's just, you don't got to be a Falcons fan to be like, fuck the Aints, right? So he in the bar, the game is on, so Niners make a good play. He's doing, and he ain't even like hardcore, like, you know, your team make a good play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right, good day, first down, whatever. So apparently it's a Saints fan in the bar, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga, and the halftime, they down bad or whatever. And so my nigga cheering. So he come over and he start talking shit to my nigga Chris. And Chris is just like, and I'm not there. This is, you know, the story that was told to me and the story that was in the newspaper later. You know what I'm saying? But Chris told me, and he's like, man, nigga came over talking shit. And he's like, man, I'm with my brother, my girl, bro. He's like, I ain't even tripping. I ain't even watching the game like that, bro. Like, what is you on to do? Like, yo, man, fuck you, man. The Saints, you know, mad about the Saints or whatever. And he just kind of like dismissive of the dude, right? And the dude said to his face, he said, bro, I'm finna go pop a pill. It's gonna make me crazy. And I'm gonna come back and kill you, bro. And nigga goes out in the parking lot and they like, man, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? So like, wait, whatever. It wasn't a 28-3 game either. So this nigga, they leave like, man, okay, let's just go. This nigga tripping, bro. It ain't even that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Not that serious at all.
They go out to the parking lot. This nigga really start busting at there. He really he started shooting, you know what I'm saying? And my nigga knew that if they start shooting to run in the zigzag, you know what I'm saying? Right. So he ran the zigzag, he still got clipped, ended up in the hospital, got shot in the chest, lived. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up arresting the dude. He's off perks and shit. And nigga literally just mad because his team losing. How peak this? The Saints won that game.
Nigga went to jail for nothing.
His team won the game. Nigga, you wilding at halftime. But I said all that to say, yeah, like that was my first experience of hearing anything about knowing how niggas get off these pills, and I'm like, that's not how niggas did it back in the day. It's crazy, bro. Like,
what that nigga Bean say, it wasn't me though. That how I would do it. I used to
you can't reason with that. That's what's scary. You can reason with a drunk nigga even. A nigga drunk, you can get in his emotions. You be like, yo, man, come on, man. Yo, you can't reason with a nigga that's just. You can't. You can't reason with that. And that's when you get hit in the head and you done already gave up the money. And you still catch it in the head. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's finna kill you anyway, nigga, because it ain't nothing here.
Yeah.
That's how they did the homie. You know what I'm saying? You finna kill my nigga over a game that he wasn't even that serious over. Like, you just finna kill the homie.
Hey, shout out to your homie for surviving, though. You feel me?
Yeah. Shout out to Chris, man. Big strong, man. No, we don't play that shit, man. And fuck the Saints.
Hey, this was after Katrina.
It was definitely after Katrina. Long time after Katrina. It wasn't even like, yeah, this was like at least 2011, 2012.
Oh, all right. So
happened in 05.
So it was like one of them niggas that got like displaced in Atlanta that did it, or niggas don't even know.
I don't know if he was just, it's a lot of New Orleans niggas out here now since Katrina, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know the details, like if he was just visiting out here or if he was out here from Katrina or what, you know what I'm saying? But
I feel you.
That was the story, but I was like, damn, man, I don't pop pills like that, son. I don't pop pills. I've done like ecstasy and Molly probably once or twice, way over 10 years ago.
I ain't never even do that. Like, what that feel like, bro?
It was, it was not good. I don't recommend it. Yeah, for real, man. I had a chick who it was her idea. We had linked up and she had decided she wanted to fuck me, but she thought it would be cool for us to both try ecstasy. And this was in Oakland, nigga. And if you know anything about Oakland, this was in 2011 at the height of the hyphy movement where niggas was doing.
Oh, she was thizzing.
Niggas thizzing, yeah, and all that. She do the thizzle dance and shit. So niggas thought it was cool. And I moved out there, and up until then, I had avoided it all through college. But it was cool, you know what I'm saying? And she brought it to me. She's like, yeah, I can go get it. And I was like, well, whatever. So she went and got it, brought it to us. Long story short, man, we ended up taking it. And we fucking, and she gets up in the middle and like runs out and goes to our friend's house. And I'm like calling her like, yo, what's good? You okay? She picks up the phone and she's like, her dad was a cop, by the way. And she's like, I find out after. She's like, I think I just got raped. I think we did. And I'm like, what you trying to say? And she's like, I mean, did you drug me? She trying to act confused. I was like, bitch, you brought the pills to my house. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, hold on, what you mean? And she getting her feelings apparently off the pills and comes back to my house like an hour later. She's like, yeah, I decided that you didn't rape me. And I was like, yeah, I ain't doing this shit no more.
Fuck no, my nigga, that's what I was saying earlier.
I decided.
That's that baby back bullshit, man.
Yeah. She's talking about, I decided, I didn't get raped, and you're right, I did. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing no pills with you. That could have been, I could be in jail right now off that bullshit, bro.
That's scared street, nigga.
So I don't do fucking, and I don't do that shit, man. So
I ain't never messed with no pills. Shit, I had a tough enough time fucking with the edibles the first time I had them shits.
Yeah. I'm immune to them. They don't work on me. I be jealous when people get like all super suited off the edibles.
Nah, my first time I had a terrible experience.
For real?
For real?
Terrible.
What happened?
Yeah.
That nigga was like K-Dot Good Kid, Mad City. Like, he ain't hit the one with shenanigans in it.
Nah, it definitely wasn't no PCP, because it was the nigga that used to stand outside the bus stop when I was in high school. Used to be on that motherfucking dust.
Yeah.
And this nigga used to stand on one corner. He used to play baseball by himself. I got a camera.
Wait, how you do that?
So the nigga used to be dusted. He'd be standing on one side of the street, and then he would look around like this, like he on a pitcher's mound. He look around. Then he throw the pitch. He run to the other side of the street. Then he's waiting for it. Then he hit it. Then he make the sound. And then he look like this.
Homer. It's out of the park. It's out of the park.
And then this nigga run around the imaginary bases like shit was crazy.
Yo,
it's out of the park. And he watched it fly too. He's like, hold up.
Yeah, for real.
This nigga used to be out there every morning, 7 a.m. faithful on the corner, just doing that shit.
I ain't
and I used
gonna
to
lie,
be like,
man. If niggas ever really tell me, and God forbid, if niggas ever really tell me like, yo, man, this is the end of the world. This shit is over today, and or you dead, you know what I'm saying? You got 24 hours. I'll try crack and shit that day, because that shit must be great.
No, that shit gotta be next level.
I gotta know it's baseball, over for me, man. Yeah, but
sometimes motherfuckers, they smoke that dust. Niggas get butt naked. You know what I mean? Like, shit,
nah,
crazy,
nigga.
Bro.
Yo, my nigga, I'm from DC. That's a drug of choice. You feel me? Niggas make go-go songs off it. Nigga, the Dipper. You know what I mean? The Dipper is dust, PCP, Love Boat. Niggas got local anthems off of that drug.
Y'all ever did shrooms?
I ain't never did that either.
I've done shrooms now. That's a cool one. You got no people you trust. Yeah, that's a great experience, man.
No, I don't know. It's like I said, man. I just had a couple of.
So shrooms is like
edibles was a little. The first time, bro.
How the edibles hit you, man?
Nigga, like a fucking anvil, like. So my wife, she was just my girl at the time, but she hit me up and she like, yo, I'm at my sister's house. Come through. Her sister live over in Stapleton, like in the projects.
Yeah.
So I'm at the house. My homie just came back from Cali. He had the gummies and he had the cookie, Blue Dream cookie.
Yeah.
So I eat the cookie and I eat the gummies, like smash the gummies like back to back. Yeah. Back to back. I didn't even know nothing. I'm over here thinking like, oh, this shit is nothing because I didn't feel it. This is my first time. I didn't know you have to like wait for the shit to travel through your system.
Yeah, you done.
So this shit didn't hit me until about like a half hour later while I'm in the car and I'm driving.
Yeah.
And nigga, I got so scared. Like I parked my car in the middle of the street.
Look at Brooklyn Damien.
The light was green. Niggas is honking the horn. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga right here? It felt like the steering wheel just melted in my hand, nigga. I just let go of the steering wheel. I was like, Nigga, I jumped out the car. I thought the street was melting. I'm poking the street. I'm poking my tires.
Yo.
People was driving around me, beating the horn, like, yo, move your fucking car.
This nigga was out there like Martin Lawrence.
I was
Chris Tucker. Somebody chicken coop.
I finally made it around the corner to the building, and I'm sitting right there in front of Stapleton, in front of the project, just sitting there with my door open, just zoning out. Yeah. She called me like, yo, where the fuck you at? You said you was leaving the house like 45 minutes ago. I was like, oh shit, I'm downstairs. I go upstairs, the kids, they trying to give me hugs and shit. I'm like, get the fuck off me. And they was crying. They was like, yo, what's wrong with Uncle Ant? Nigga, I fell asleep. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock. I fell asleep. I woke up on my sister-in-law couch. I woke up, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Nigga, I was still high. I was like,
that's that shit.
That shit was not a fun experience. Yeah, and the only other time I got real high like that was the second time I smoked. And the second time I smoked a White Widow my second time.
Yeah.
My first time I smoked some dust. I was with some trash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, not
yeah, I was like,
right. I wasn't playing baseball with the homie. I wasn't playing baseball with that nigga.
Yeah, I remember my first time smoking. I stopped at a green light. I remember that was real shit. My phone rang. That's what it was. My mom called me, and I had to make the decision. Answer the phone. I couldn't keep driving and answer. Like I had to pick one. Like my brain made me stop at the green light, and I was like, "Yeah, what's going on?" Yeah, so I remember that first time.
Cause your focus be different. You know what I'm saying? Like your focus just be different. But my first time I smoked some trash ass weed. I was with my cousin, and we was in the Bronx. We was in Castle Hill, in the projects gang.
Shout out to the Bronx.
The shit that was fucked up though is like, it was my first time going to their homeboy's house. It was a nigga named Mel. And they told me before we got there, they was like, yo, before this nigga opened the door, when he opened the door, don't laugh. I'm like, what do you mean don't laugh? It's like, it's the ugliest nigga you're about to see in your life. Don't laugh. He opened the door. First thing I do is start laughing. But needless to say, we smoked some of the worst weed I ever had in my life. Like, this shit was so trash. I didn't get high. Now, fast forward to my second time smoking. My older homeboy, Kevin, had some White Widow. This is the first time I ever seen like some shit with like THC crystals on the leaves and shit. Yeah, so I had like no experience. This nigga's telling me like, yo, slow down. I'm over here trying to face the blunt. I'm over here thinking I'm Snoop Dogg because I smoked that trash weed. That shit ain't even get me high. I'm thinking it's about to be the same type of ordeal. Boy, was I wrong. Nigga, I hit that shit and... That was the first time I heard my heart beating. I was panicking.
That's when it's good. Yeah.
Nigga,
you're like, man, I think I'm about to have a heart attack. I think I'm having a heart attack.
I was praying to God. I was like, God, please, if you let me live, I'll never smoke again.
Hey, you know how ugly you gotta be to get a warning?
Nigga, I was crying, like crying tears, like, oh, man. Please don't let me die.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I can't die, my boo-boo about to have my baby.
Nigga, I was so emotional. I was like, oh my God.
Shout out to Mel, bro. You know how ugly you gotta be where niggas gotta give warnings or you bring people to their house.
But it was one of the nastiest places I've ever been. I hope he's doing all right, but it was just so many roaches. It was the most roaches I had ever seen in my, like, you seen the movie Joe's Apartment?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, it was like Joe's apartment. Like, no lie. Everywhere he went in the house, niggas was playing PlayStation. He remember how the PS1 you had to pop the lid. They got the little open button. Pop the lid. There's roaches coming out the PlayStation. This nigga had the nerve to offer us chips. He opened the motherfucking cabinet. Nigga, it's roaches coming off the Ruffles bag. Roaches jumping off of Chef Boyardee cans. Y'all niggas pouring Kool-Aid. There's roaches in the fridge. It was just... He had the nerve to be like... to be like, yo, I got the open crib. My shorty's coming through. And I'm like... I made the mistake of asking nigga, like, yo, you bring your girl here? Like... I'm just like, I was so fucking disgusted.
She like ugly niggas. She like ugly niggas with dirty cribs, man. Everybody got it tight.
But she like roaches.
But yo, back in the day, when you was a teenager, open crib, whoever had the open crib was the man for the day.
That was the spot, yeah.
Nigga, if you
that was the spot.
So that's what it was. It's like this nigga's mother was never home. So despite how nasty this nigga's crib was, it was like, yo. Niggas going
I'm hanging outside, bro. Y'all niggas tripping. That's hilarious, bro. Look,
what up with that nigga, man?
You get to a point though where you kind of like pretend like you don't even see the roaches no more, nigga. But you be sitting there, motherfucking scattering through your peripheral.
Motherfuckers come right across the TV and shit. You be like, yeah, man. So yeah, man, it's hella cold, man. It's hella cold outside, man.
You got the roach passing you the roach and shit.
Yeah.
Dog, this shit was so nasty. I was like, son, I gotta get out of here. Like,
hey, them be the main niggas that don't have nowhere to sit. You gotta sit on the bed and shit, man. You be like,
no, niggas had crates and shit. Crates. Like no living room furniture. Nigga had one chair, mad crates.
Yeah, man.
Had the fucking mattress with the foam hanging out. That's the couch, nigga. Niggas sitting on a mattress.
That's right.
It was just nasty. It's just roaches everywhere, though. I've never seen that many roaches to this day.
That nigga said to this day he ain't never seen that many roaches.
Can't do it. I can't do it, bro.
Nigga set a world record for roaches. That's crazy.
I have something, man. Y'all remember last week we was talking about that lady losing her whole ass?
Yeah. Off the like the little implant, huh?
I just read an article today where a lady died off a botched liposuction.
Ain't that how Kanye mama went out too?
Yeah.
Is that how she went out? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Word. That's facts.
Yep. Right. Yep.
I just wouldn't even. It take a brave person. Here's my thing. Like, shit happens to people every day. Real shit happens where a doctor be like, we got to give a surgery to fix this. And you got a heart something or this or that. I'm only undergoing surgery under them circumstances. I don't understand how niggas could voluntarily undergo surgery like that they don't have to have. Because you could die anytime you go under the needle. You know what I'm saying? Anytime they put you to sleep, anytime somebody cutting you wide open. I'm not doing that shit unless it's required, man. Even my dentist, they don't put you to sleep with my dentist. They just numb, they give you the lidocaine shots. They numb your mouth or whatever. They see you the shots. They numb up your, and then they get to work, and you be right there awake, and you can tell them if it's, you know what I'm saying, if you need a little bit.
If you can feel it, like yeah.
Yeah, but why put me to sleep if you ain't got to, and I could die from that shit.
Yeah, hoes doing it for fun. They doing it for fun.
But look, Damien, they doing it like trying to look good and get a bag. You feel me?
Yeah,
looking at it as an investment.
It's an investment. That's a fact. But it's a lot
that's
of
the sad part about it.
They just a lot of them white girls too. They well-to-do. You know what I mean? They got bread, and they just, I'm just trying to get that look, yo.
Yeah.
To go clubbing and shit, to try to pull a fly nigga, yo, for real.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
They dying. It's a bunch. A bunch done died, bro. A bunch.
I can't believe it, bro. I could never, man. And all you gotta do is eat right. I mean, it ain't easy, but it ain't hard. Eat right, work out. You know what I'm saying? You can get there. My girl bad.
That take work though.
She work out a lot. I mean, she work her ass off for that body, but like I see chicks who just want to, and then you can tell the difference, man. They go on in pain. It still don't look the same. Everything else ain't toned up. Everything else it don't flow.
That shit look fucked up.
Even though the naturally thick girl, right? Even though the naturally thick girl, she gonna have the thick thighs, the booty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ankles be thick. You know what I'm saying? It gotta look right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nigga says she got the ankles to match the booty.
They got to, man. You ain't, yeah. You know
She's 30, nigga. She's 30.
Yeah, that bitch, yeah, that's a stallion right there. But
sturdy bitch.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Donda. I didn't actually know that was how she died.
Yeah, like that's what made it even worse. You feel me? Like I think you, what was it? The Joy? Because he rhymed about on Watch the Throne. I think it was the Joy, something. Or no, it was a New Day. And he was like something like never let your mother move to LA, some shit like that. Like if you go back and listen to New Day, like he spit about it.
Yeah, I remember that lyric. Word.
That's a good transition. Because that was one of the topics I was going to ask y'all, do you have a favorite rap 16 or rap lyric or like line of all time?
Oh, as far as like a rap 16?
Or just like, yeah, favorite verse or line?
Nigga, what? How much time do you have? What? Like, from who? Just like of all time? Or
I mean,
from
just,
certain...
you know, like maybe there's a line that you think of that you're like, man, that one hits harder than others, or certain songs. Like for me, I think of Blue Laces 2.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, the last verse where he's imagining or maybe rapping about a real experience. We'll never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's talking about where his homie has been shot and now he's trying to drive him to the hospital. It's I reminisce to that shootout at the beach, 20 deep. Your gun jam, you tried to squeeze, but they release. You know what I'm saying? You bleed now, so we switch seats. I'm fucking this verse up, you know what I'm saying? But if anybody pull that shit up, man, it's one of his best verses ever. It's one of them things where if you play it, I'll probably know word for word, you know what I mean? But he just painted a perfect picture of what it would be if you was driving your homie to the, he's like, you know what I'm saying, I'm driving now, helicopter flying now. He's talking about what not to say, you know, man, if they asked, we was just passing by. I ain't see nothing but the flare from the talons fly. Matter of fact, we was just standing by. You know what I'm saying? He said, matter of fact, don't say shit. I'm just going to drop you in the back and slide. That's your weed and the cash is mine. I'm going to take them both back to the crib plus your phone till you back online. Like, he's talking to that nigga like, I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? His homie, like, he said, I'm driving now. He said, he calmly asked me, am I dying now? I'm trying to joke. You know, you finally gonna get respect, some shit like that. It's just like,
he said something like, you gonna be a legend now, or something like that.
You know, exactly. Like, calmly asked, am I dying now? He's like, man, that was a cold one. But I would love to hear my favorite verses, man.
To keep 100 with you, like my favorite 16 in all of life, like I'm not saying it's the best 16. I'm just saying it's the 16 that hit Johnny Cage the hardest in like all the years Johnny Cage has been alive. This nigga T.I. Nigga say, never listen to them when they tell you you can't. Gotta show them you can do it. Never mind what they think. If you want it, go and get it. Just pursue it because it ain't nothing impossible. Hustle's all you gotta do. Make some sacrifices. Overcome a couple obstacles. What you gonna do? I'd be getting right if I was you. The same ones mocking you. Once you show them proof, they be the same ones following you. Quit making excuses. The truth is ain't nothing stopping you but hesitating. Listen, niggas, and you'll never make it. Wait a couple years and you see how far they elevated. Grind hard, flash past everyone who ever hated. Smiled while you was down and frowned when you celebrated. Now you making paper delegating and they hella lating. All that I can say is if you want to be a leader, ignore the disbelievers. They ain't listen to Jesus. Like, bro, that shit got me like to and through law school, my nigga. Like, I don't care what anybody said. Like, yo, I'm finna do this. You see what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah,
man.
And let me pull this one. I pulled this up because I want to pay respect, man, because Nip ain't here no more. Rip Nip. I want to get this one right. I flashed back on that shootout at the beach, 20 deep. You tried to squeeze, your gun jammed, did they release? Blood on your tee. How many stains? I see 3. The bitch start to panic, so I made a switch seat. Driving now. Police chopper, here flying now. Really not too spooked. Calmly ask me, am I dying now?
Dying now?
All I know is keep you calm and collected. Cracking jokes like, nigga, now you gonna be finally respected. See your blood leaking. I got my foot on this gas. Tossed the 40. We pulled up to Daniel Free and see crash. You know the alibi. They start shooting. We was standing by. I ain't see nothing but the flare from the talons fly. I wasn't there. I was passing by. Matter of fact, don't say shit. I'm just gonna drop you in the back and slide. That's your weed and all the cash is mine. I take them both back to the spot plus your phone till you back online.
See what I got right here? Look. Hold on, let me turn this around for you.
What's good, Ian? What you got?
That's the OG album copy of the Blue Laces too. The vinyl, bro. Respect that, man.
Victory lap.
Respect
Keep that in the stash.
Oh yeah, I love it, man. Rip Nip, man. Rip Nip, man.
Rip Nip for real. For real.
He got quite a few of them though. I ain't gonna lie to you. He got quite a few of them.
Yeah, and
he got like a lot of them lines. Like you know what verse from Nip I really like? I like the second verse of Racks in the Middle.
Yeah.
My favorite part though is when he started talking about fats.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like
escrow twice as both commercial units. Damn, I wish my nigga Fats was here. How you die at 30-something after banging all them years?
Yep.
Grammy nominated in the sauna shedding tears. All this money, power, fame, but I can't make you reappear. I don't wipe them though. That's the hardest line to me when the nigga say I don't wipe them.
I don't wipe them though. Yeah.
Actually, it's not the whole song go hard, but the video too. Everything after he died, it just kind of hit harder. But Nipsey got a song in the video called Crenshaw and I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
I know what you're talking about.
What was his block?
The shit that's like 12.
Crenshaw and Slauson.
That's like 12 minutes.
Yeah, the song is Crenshaw and Slauson, and the video is all acapella. But the thing is, the video's filmed right there where his store was, right there where he died, and at the very end of the video, it even fades out on him at the spot where he died.
At the spot, like that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was
the song
crazy.
is called Crenshaw and Slauson and everything, and it's one of his dopest songs, and he's just telling the story how they came up. No drums, the whole song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's real dope. But like I said, Nip got a lot of them type of joints. If anybody watching this, if you didn't listen to Nip or you thought he's one of them niggas that like just got more fame because he died, he wasn't that nigga. Like he really had songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nip was no days stride whenever he got killed.
Say that again.
He was just really hitting his stride when he got killed. Man, I've been fucking with Nip. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Southern nigga, of course, because I'm out here in Houston. But one of my partners, man, back in like 2013, I was playing some of his music, and we was riding around doing what we did back there at that point of time. And he was hot, you know what I'm saying? Because he grew up with blood, and he was like, man, why you listening to this crab ass shit, man? And I'm sitting there laughing. I'm like, dog, you got to get past what he's saying and listen to the message, because Nip been spitting some good shit, man. But I ain't mean to cut y'all off, but yeah.
No, I was gonna say, and on top of that, like Nip was fooling with Houston niggas way back then too. That nigga had Zero on there, you know what I'm saying? Slim Thug, everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then like when it comes to my favorite 16, like one of my favorite 16s of all time, man, was Bun B on Murder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's Bun B, bitch, and I'm the king of flipping chickens, got some finger licking, sticking niggas who be clicking, you got a head. Like, man, that motherfucker went off on that whole goddamn verse. That's I think at one magazine that actually said that was one of the top 10 verses in hip hop ever. I mean, that motherfucker went off for like a good 24 bars.
I love it, man. I love it. Mega Wise, man. You got a favorite verse, man? Favorite bar?
Well, my favorite verse is probably AZ from Life's a Bitch and Then You Die, when he like visualizing the realism in life and actuality. Fuck with status. My personal status depend on salary, and fuck who made it, cause my money orientated. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to all my niggas that made it this year. Like, and he just killed it. Like, just the flow and what he's spitting. You know what I mean? And just to that time, like, that's forever gonna be one of my favorite verses, man.
Yeah. Word.
Look, you know how, like, when maybe you believed in Santa Claus, maybe you didn't. I don't think I ever actually believed in Santa Claus. I was too smart for that shit, but I played along. You know what I'm saying? I knew my mom was buying fucking gifts, bro. Let's keep it real. Like, I knew that shit, but maybe you know, for me, like, you know, there was a time when I saw, and part of it happened, like, before niggas was emailing rap verses. It was a time when niggas clicked up. If it was Bone and Biggie had to get in the fucking studio. That means Bone's crew and Biggie's crew had to click up, and even whether they all got along and it was a big party, or at the very least they all had to click up and like agree to disagree. You know,
that's facts. That's facts.
And when I was a kid, and for me, you know what I'm saying, I was born in 84. So, you know what I'm saying, in the mid 90s and shit, I was a teenager, you know what I'm saying, listen to all the rap. And I like to, back then, I believe when I saw Tupac and Bone in the video or Wu-Tang, I like to think all them niggas was really cool. You know what I mean? You like to think when you see niggas, when you saw Rockefeller in the video, I like to think it really was a family. These niggas really go out to the club together. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of kills it when you know that that's not the case. It kind of kills the illusion. You know what I'm saying? When you know that these niggas ain't as close as you thought they was. And one of my favorite songs of all time, and some is like that really, you know, but one of my favorite songs of all time when I really thought it was really family and it hit harder, it was It's On with Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel. That's one of the songs where you felt like the Rockefeller was like this unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't even describe it. When you listen to them niggas rap on that song, they're like at the top of their fucking game, bro.
Okay, so look, so let me be the one to take it there. Know what I mean? I feel like Beanie got Jay on that.
Ooh.
Let me be the one I'm saying. Like, let me be the one to take it there. Like, all right.
Get this song.
Beans came with his A game, my nigga.
Fred Krueger niggas, Nightmare and Your Medulla niggas.
Medulla nigga, yeah.
You scared because I blew a jigger. They said, see, you that nigga. Couldn't see his vision. And then they drew the picture like a compository sketch. See, stay honest. I'll deposit you a check. He might have got Jay-Z on that song, man. He was just killing the bar after bar, but see,
I remember the first time I heard that, ironically, I was actually driving back to Philly. You know what I mean? Like, had just got like the little bootleg CD. So like I'm hitting 95 North coming up from DC going to Philly, and they got ran that back like 3 times. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Jay-Z had some bars on there that are like the kind of bars that are like withstand time. In there, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
He said, I don't even remember the beginning of it, which is the most crucial part, but he said something like, you know, you start off fast and then you wheezing in the back. You know what I'm saying? This is a marathon. He's talking about how it's a marathon. He's like, you know what I'm saying? This is a marathon. You start off fast and then you wheezing in the back.
Yo, okay, it's funny that you say that, right? Because like it's real cool how he planted that seed in hip hop and like it grew with Nipsey as far as like the whole concept of a marathon. You see what I'm saying?
Ah, good connection. Yeah.
And then come to find out, it's like you're like about a decade and some change later, like yo, you actually spending money on this nigga's like $100 album. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. $1,000 album.
That's right. Pardon me. Pardon me. You feel me? That nigga say, nah, big money talk, nigga.
It was significant. You know what I mean? Like it was the first NFT. For real, yo, like
good idea. That's right. And you know what? You're right, because when you bought it, it came with like, you know, it came with the Crenshaw hat, like a hoodie, like all this exclusive merch, like you saying. It was kind of like the first NFT.
Yeah. Hey, Brooklyn Damon, I ain't gonna lie. Like you should low key like either post that on IG, Twitter, make a thread about it or something, because like that's true, my nigga. That's actually true. You feel me?
Yeah, and I remember that was when Jay-Z bought it was either 10 or 100. It was a number that made a story. So I want to say it was 100 because 100 would have been 100,000. But maybe
it was enough to where it's like, all right, man, like yo, you see Jay believe in this nigga. Like it was real cool to see Jay do that. Like okay, like that nigga put his money where his mouth is at.
That Jay-Z, that story he told you on Hard Knock Life that he put his money on the long shot. Real quick, that story y'all referencing, that was the $100 album, and Jay-Z bought 100 of them for $10,000.
Okay, there it is.
Album. Okay, got you.
There it is. This nigga came with the next 10 stats real quick. All right.
And you know what? And $100, that's bold as fuck for you to say, I know my worth. And everybody else is selling them. In stores, it's $10, but let's be real. For a mixtape on the street, niggas gonna sell this to you for $5. I'm saying my mixtape is worth $100. This ain't even a studio album.
No, but the thing that was cool about that, though, is that it was pretty much like a package. Because you could also take, if you bought the physical copy, you could bring that to one of the shows and use it as a ticket.
I love that.
Right.
Man.
Right.
I love it, man.
That's an NFT. That's a fact, bro. That's an NFT right there. That's crazy.
You're right, man. And it's really show you how ahead of his time or how outside the box he was thinking of how, because he knew, look, He knew I ain't gonna sell enough of these to make no real money. Enough people ain't gonna spend $100 on this motherfucker, right? Niggas don't even like paying $1 for a song. They still download that bitch for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he knew me making it 100 is gonna make the story that's gonna get this thing more attention than I could have spent on ads, on ad revenue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man, how he was thinking.
It was also released for free too. Like you could have just downloaded the shit off that piff. Like it was for free.
Yep.
And not only does it create a story, but also what it does is it allowed him to kind of like gauge his fan base. That's why he created the whole campaign. Proud to pay.
Yep.
That's right. You're right. Kind of see, will people pay this? You know, or how much do people really? They saying they love me. I got 1 million followers.
Well, you want to see who your cult following is. Yeah. The rabid fan base. Yeah. It's similar to like a casino model. Like the casinos, they give comp to the people that play blackjack and motherfucking poker and spend thousands and thousands and thousands. They could afford to give you some chicken fingers and a suite.
You feel me?
Because that money that you gonna spend, it pales in comparison. They ain't doing that for the motherfuckers who just come in and just play slots and stuff like that, though.
And they go back to what I said about go back to my vaccine theory about why so many people didn't trust the vaccine, which is Americans don't value free, and on the other hand, if you make something overpriced for us, we'll kill to get it. You know what I'm saying? So look at like SoundCloud. I'm sure it's a lot of those niggas can post their SoundCloud links all day long. That shit is fucking free. And nobody ain't checking for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga's like, my shit is $100. And you're like, damn, why is this shit $100? You'll stop and at least take an extra second to try to figure that out. You know what I mean? That's how we wired as Americans. If it's $1,000 album, you know what I'm saying? It becomes a status symbol. People got to have it even if they don't care what's on the album. Like that Wu-Tang $1 million album in a box. You know
You're absolutely right. It's just like we were saying when we first started this episode. It's like buying a bottle on the table in the club. You see what I'm
saying? Economic shit, yo. Like you learn that shit in college. Conspicuous consumption. People buy it because it's expensive, yo.
That's correct.
Talk that talk. You're absolutely right.
That's correct.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you see it in play every day or whatever, right? Them ugly ass Balenciaga shoes that Lil Durk made famous that are like $800, right? People
niggas walk around here with bricks on their feet.
Yeah. Now you put that same shoe out, or even the Kanye, whatever. And if you Starberry tried it, you put that same shoe out and say, "Oh, it's $16." Matter of fact, we gonna put it in Walmart. That way, it's easily available for y'all. People go, "Oh, I don't want it if everybody can get it."
Niggas don't want them EBT shoes.
I want $16. It could be the same shoe.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It could be the Jordan 11. Your favorite color. If they start selling it in Walmart and it's $16, it's no longer cool. People will move on and find a new cool. Kyrie,
hey, that's facts.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Yeah, we don't value free or cheap in this country. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
We do not.
You got some exceptions to the rules, though. You got some exceptions to the rules.
And speak on it.
You got some exceptions. Yeah, that's what I say. Converses, motherfucking Vans.
No, that's big facts, yeah. But you know what? The difference is now Converse and Vans, and there's plenty more, right? Where it's like it's a casual show, and even like if it's a clothing brand, like a plain white tee or something, right? But the difference is those are things that anybody could wear and be totally cool and comfortable and accepted. But none of those are items that you would wear to display wealth, to outwardly display signs of conspicuous consumption, right? Like you
to show your status.
Say, hey, I got a lot of money. You know what I mean? On the other hand, you probably got a lot of money. You're probably wearing Chucks to probably blend in, and not be flaunting shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's okay. It's funny though, right? Because like I was watching like an old ass 60 Minutes interview with Jeff Bezos, like before Amazon like really popped up. It was probably like early mid 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. Like he had money and all that, but like he wasn't on the level that he was now. So long story short, I think it was Mike Wallace that was riding in the car with him, and Jeff Bezos had like a Honda Accord. And so it's like, Mike Wallace's passenger seat in the Honda, my nigga, like the same car Melissa Ford got. You feel me? It says so. Mike Wallace is like, like what's going on here? You're worth all this money. Like, why are you just driving a Honda Accord? He was like, gets me around, doesn't it? It's a perfectly regular car. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But this nigga at the time, got money enough for everything, about to get even more money, double than that for everything else. You feel me? So it's like niggas playing the money game for what?
Yeah.
The niggas who really, really, really got it, you would never even know.
Where a rapper get 50,000 advance money that's already a loan, and he'll take 25,000 of that as down payment on a fucking car that he don't even own just to go stun in. You know,
don't even own.
You don't even own the money that you just went to go cop the car that you don't even own. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, all that's
it.
Yeah.
Niggas really be doing this, man.
Like, nigga, we just advanced you some debt, my nigga. Here you go.
Here you go.
Merry Christmas, nigga.
Yeah, go cop that chain. Enjoy that.
What that nigga Chris Rock say, here you go, Shaq. Go get a car that bounces.
Bro, go look at them Icebox videos on YouTube. They have like some rappers that be in there like every week.
What's the Icebox video? What's Icebox?
Oh, so Icebox is a jewelry store here in Atlanta.
Okay.
Anybody could go there, but obviously like they cater to a lot of celebrities. So if you like, now that y'all know about it, if you go on YouTube, type in like Icebox Lil Durk, Icebox Gunna, Icebox Lil Wayne, all those stars, when they go there, they'll be on video, you know, getting the star treatment. But some of them got like so many videos there, they so well known there. I'm like, I get it that you feel like a VIP experience, they know your name, but it's not a good thing when a jeweler know you like that, bro. It's really not. When they
not.
Like, yo, what up again? Yo, Durky, yo, so what you getting today? That means you just throwing.
Especially when that jeweler finessing you, dumbass.
Exactly.
Speak on that, man.
This nigga Danny jumped in from the top rope.
For real, nah, but a lot of these rappers getting finessed by these jewelers, son. They like all of them. Almost all of them. Those that don't got, you know what I mean? Those are getting finessed in their contracts and they record contracts too, getting finessed by their jewelers.
Yeah.
Since Jacob the jeweler, them niggas been getting got by the same. You know what I mean? These people, nah, man. None of this shit they paying. We ain't worth.
Yo, yeah, because didn't Jacob go to jail?
Yes.
Yeah.
He went to jail for money laundering in the BMF indictment.
In the BMF case.
That's
True. What you say, True?
Yeah. He got wound up in the BMF indictment for money laundering, but a lot of them cats end up getting outed on that fake watch buster
IG account.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then like
the Adam Sandler movie, the Cut Diamonds, whatever the shit was called. Yo.
Oh, Uncut Jim.
Uncut Jim.
That's the Diamond District right there. Rappers and Kevin Garnett and shit. And look how slimy he was, bro. That's regular protocol for them niggas, man.
Yo, that nigga was super slime in that movie, my nigga. That nigga should be with Young Thug and Gunna. He was super slime.
I was uncomfortable when he gave him the ring, bro. I was uncomfortable. Like, nah, man. Ain't nobody held my championship ring, bro.
Wait, hold on. Has everybody in here seen the movie?
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo.
Man. Yo, if you ain't seen it, you ain't gonna see it.
I ain't gonna If you ain't seen it, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Man, fuck that. I don't even watch TV like that, my nigga. Go ahead and ruin it.
It's all good, man.
I ain't gonna lie though. When that nigga Adam Sandler got popped in the head, I did not see that coming. You know what I mean? Like, oh wow.
And I was like, yes. You deserve that shit, bro. That's it. You need some type of spanking.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous, man.
He said some type of spanking, like he was like the little bad white kid in the grocery store.
He didn't know no consequences to his shit. Don't fuck shit, bro. Like, yo, you for real playing with me, man? You don't know. Oh.
Yeah.
And you know what? I wouldn't fuck with Kevin Garnett, man. Kevin Garnett seemed like one of them niggas. He's like, I'll lose it all, man. I don't care, man. You know,
in real life or in the movie?
In real life.
In real life, I'm saying I could be totally wrong, but like in real life, just looking like he seemed like the opposite. Cause I'm like, he just be running his mouth like thinking he a bully, but it's like, all right, man.
You think he'll be scared and he'll back down quicker?
Yeah.
And you're right. You could be right, man. You never know until you put a man to the test, man. I wouldn't try Kevin Durant. Kevin Garnett is the point. I'll try Kevin Durant. I'd be like, nigga, you bald in the middle and your hair nappy. Where you bald at?
No, but see, that's why I say that though, because I feel like. Because I feel like if I was in the NBA, I'm saying, because I'm not a tall nigga, you feel me? Like I'm even 6 feet, so I'm shorter than him. So I'm like, he gonna try to pump me, and he gonna try to say all this and say all that. It's like, bro, you don't know I'm gonna hit you in your face, and I'm gonna take your suspension and the fine. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be that guy. I'm like, put me in. Y'all just need a nigga to get 6 fouls, and y'all just need a nigga to get 2 techs, get suspended. I'll just get the fire started under the bench, man.
Yeah. Like, yo, you're not about to be bullying me out here, my nigga. Like, I will stand up. Yeah, like, nah. Yeah. Yo, what they said that he said he told Tim Duncan, like Tim Duncan's mother died or something like that. And then like apparently KG
he told
was like,
that nigga Happy Mother's Day.
Yup. That's what I'm like. See
that nigga across the court.
Yeah. Okay. So now you see what I'm talking about. You feel me? Like he do that. He say all that to people like he can get away with it with.
Yeah, but you know what Kevin Garnett also said that he said it was Tim Duncan. He said he just did the best smack talking because he didn't talk a lot of shit. He said when he was really killing you, he would just be saying shit, slick shit like, "Ooh, got him!" Like, "Ooh, that was nice." that shit hurts you worse than anything, niggas killing you. He's just like, "Ooh."
So man, you gotta be able to get some joy out, shit. Yeah. Too, like, yeah, look what he did when he slammed on you, and yo, he went crazy. Like, yeah. Nah, yo. Yeah, he's like, he's like, oh yeah, that was good.
Uh-huh. That's right. Let him get his shit off, man. Let him get his shit off, man. I love it, man. I ain't got nothing else for y'all tonight, man. Anybody got any last thoughts they want to offer, man?
Hey, I just want to tell all y'all niggas Happy New Year. It's good to see all y'all in 2022. You feel me? Absolutely. Like all my black women out here strong with it. You feel me?
20 doses.
Each and every last one of y'all.
We made it to another year, man. I really appreciate everybody pulling up. Y'all know how this go. I'm gonna post this again tomorrow with timestamps and everything.
Oh my nigga, you already know we riding with you. You feel me?
Hey, I appreciate y'all joining, man. And thank y'all all for joining. And hope to see y'all next week as well. Same bat time, man. Same bat place.
Straight up, yo. Much love to all y'all.
Love.
Chill.
All right.